the chat up. I am also going to be going live on the TikTok, so I don't actually know how this is going to work. To be honest, let me just mute that. Cool. This is so trippy. Seeing myself. But yeah, we are live. Cool. That has worked. Yeah, so essentially I am just going to do a little rundown of the game. Not a rundown, just more of a chat. I basically do TikTok lives sometimes, not too often. This will probably be uploaded on my page so people can see it whenever. But the TikTok lives tend to get pretty crazy. It tends to get to a point where there's like heaps of people asking different things. It can turn into me just basically answering questions. I'm going to try to make this live a little bit structured. I have a bit of a list or a couple of things that I like specifically want to talk about and go through properly. But yeah, honestly, pretty casual. Nothing too crazy. Just want to have a bit of a chat really about the game because yeah, not good. Not good. So I'm going to go live now on TikTok. This is going to be interesting. I haven't gone live on TikTok in so long. It has been a long time. I'm quite excited to actually see some familiar faces in here because I have not gone live in a very, very, very long time. So welcome everybody. I am just going to do just like a little recap, I guess. Recap, kind of talk through everything, get everyone's opinions on the game. As I was saying, I'm also live on YouTube, so I'll be looking at that chat as well, although I don't think that there's going to be too many people in there. But how is everyone going? I love the content. What is going on, Jots? How are you? I appreciate that a lot. Appreciate that. How's everyone going? Thank you for the likes already on the live. Yeah. How is everyone feeling regarding the result? Thank you for the likes, Mikey. I appreciate that. I feel like a lot of people are quite upset. A lot of people are a little bit angry, which is more than fair. I'm kind of at a phase now where I don't know if it's anger anymore. Our comeback is on Friday, says Mr. Easy. Hopefully, that's the thing, right? Is we have to go back there now. Why is Slot so stubborn? When Fabinho wasn't playing well, Klopp benched him for Bajcetic. Just frustrating. Yeah. Look, honestly, I think that, I don't know, I'm at such a weird phase where I've tried so hard to work it all out. I've tried so hard to think about it. I've tried so hard to think about Slot's way of doing things, but it just doesn't seem to get any better, does it? It's like we go on a nice little run and then it's just, yeah. How's it going, Southside, over on the YouTube? How are you, my friend? What would be your ideal and most suitable replacement for both Salah and Gakpo going into next season? Yo, you're back. I am back. Pacific Rim Enjoyer. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a little while. I haven't done a live in so long. Replacement for Cody Gakpo. I really like Jan Diomande. I've been on a Diomande train for a little while now. But I really also like Bradley Barcola. I mean, obviously the big one that a lot of people talk about is Michael Olise, but For some reason, I don't feel like that's realistic whatsoever. Yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad. Like, there has been so much, like, hate towards Cody Gakpo. It's actually crazy. And, I mean, it does. It just destroys our attacks at the end of the day. But it's sad. It's sad at the same time with Salah. I find it sad. I just don't get that feeling when Salah gets on the ball. You don't get that feeling anymore. I got that feeling, to be fair, when he was running through and then he messed up the pass to Dom. I did get that feeling then because I was like, Salah's about to do a classic Salah here and just take the game by storm, essentially. But yeah, I don't wanna go on too much about that. Ultimately, we have to go back there. We have to go back there and beat them, don't we? For me, I think we should go and get Barcola, and for right wing, the dream would be Elise, but Minte seems suited. There's lots of good wingers. That's the thing. The winger market is actually pretty decent. Yeah, Minte. I really like Mane from Wolves, except he's not really a winger, but like he would be a perfect Harvey Elliott replacement, for example. I'm sorry, but Rio is not putting in the effort defensively and he's not pressing properly. That's what I was saying. I was saying that earlier in the season when people were calling for him to start games or to come on earlier. I actually think keeping on Gakpo in moments is the better call because defensively, Gakpo is just better than Rio and he has more experience later in games. But yeah, defensively towards the end there, he was pretty poor. But he's young, and you can't really, I don't know. Mark Jenkinson on YouTube says, I'm so depressed with this. I've tried to get on board, but it's coming apart at the seams. What's next? You'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. I don't know what's next. I think we just have to, I don't know. My intention was always we have to buckle in and just accept the fact that the rest of the season is going to be rough. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we get rid of him. That's the thing. He might still be here next season. That's the crazy thing. The GOAT is live. How's it going, Luke? Welcome. Long time no see. It has been ages. I honestly cannot remember the last time that I went live. I cannot remember it. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Do you think Slot is here next season? I think it's 100%, no doubt, he will finish the season with us. I think that we're just not going to sack him. But do you think we will? He will be here next season. Really did not expect Wolves to score again after Salah goal. Me either. Put in a B team versus Wolves FA Cup. Concentrate on the UCL and finish 4th. No exceptions. That's a good comment. We won't sack him mid-season. No, we won't. A lot of people saying no. It's so tough to tell, isn't it? Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the heart, me, Luke. We won't sack him mid-season. Yeah, we'll never sack him mid-season. Do you think Slots will be here next year? What do you want? If it was up to me, I'd say no. I don't think he should be here next year. What I think? I don't know. I think we're going to win this Friday's game. That's a thing we might, and we probably will. What if Slot already knows he's leaving, though? What's your thoughts on Alonso or Gerrard taking over? I think Gerrard could do like a Michael Carrick, right? What's going on, Cade? On the toilet currently? Fair enough. I think like obviously I would happily take Alonso. I'd happily take Alonso. But even then, Alonso isn't proven at a massive club as such. But I've always said, like, I think it's good that he's gone to Madrid already. If he can come to Liverpool, do something really good, then that temptation of Madrid isn't there anymore, which might have been there if he didn't do it. Slot is not leaving anytime soon. He got us a title in his first season. Cut him some slack. Maka is done. He doesn't do anything. The thing is about that argument now about Slot won us the title last season is that, unfortunately, I think that is now, like, and I said this at the start of the season, I was going to cut him some slack at the start of the season because of everything that went on, the big summer, just everything. But it's kind of got to that point where we aren't seeing any real improvements. And it's like the fact that it's like that still now, I think is pretty concerning. Over on YouTube, Mark Jenkinson says, it's good to see and chat with you. I don't think he's going to be here next season, but who's next? I'd love for it to be Alonso. I think it just makes sense, but who knows? Honestly, who knows? I don't know what the club's going to do. You just don't. Slot has made us believers into doubters. Please say something on Maka. I mean, Maka he's been our poorest midfielder all season. I don't think he's recovered from that injury. I think he looks like his legs are gone. He's had a couple of good games, and that's the thing, is like you always see him come back, kind of. I actually thought he was decent in the last couple of games, but not really even decent, but better. But yeah, it's just not improving for him. Can't wait to see Xabi go to City. That's the thing, right? Is if Arne Slot stays with us next season, then Xabi will go somewhere else. So yeah, it's one of those things. I think we just need to act. I think the next games would be extremely hard if we don't get Flo back in time. I'm not looking forward to playing without Flo. I hate it. We look so lackluster. So he won't be playing against Wolves in the FA Cup. Can we buy Rodrigo? I don't think we'd buy Rodrigo. I think his wages are far too high. Far too high. If we bench Salah and Gakpo, we could start winning games. The thing is, though, at the moment, who do you bench them for? Slot's lost a dressing room. I actually don't think he has. I actually think he was there. He almost lost it around with the Salah stuff early in the season. I think he was very, very close there, but I actually think the dressing room isn't that bad at the moment. Bench them for Rio and Chiesa. See, the thing is, though, is you don't want to start overplaying Rio. And, Chiesa, is he that guy? I really like Chiesa, I really do, but is he that guy? Rio, I have a fear with Rio that it's gonna turn into a Bajcetic thing, where he has a season where he plays heaps for us and then he's just riddled with injuries. I know it's different, but if we get Slot in, if we get Alonso, they'll have to spend big again to suit his style. What do you think? I actually think that Alonso would do pretty well with the current team that we have, or the current profiles that we have. There'd be some spending for sure, but I think that spending would happen regardless of the manager. I still think we need wingers, and we'd need probably another 6. Depending on what happens with the centre-back situation, honestly, I have no clue about that anymore, because the last time I did a live, we hadn't signed anyone. Lots of comments here. Do you think Slot is gone in the summer? I honestly don't know what to think. I honestly don't. But my opinion is I think that he should Go. Why fans hate Gakpo and he has good numbers booked? I think it's more the eye test. Gakpo is one of those players that will bag a goal, he'll bag an assist. I have always loved Gakpo. I have a jersey. Ever since he joined, I've loved the guy so much, but I am not blind to the fact that he, in a lot of instances, unfortunately, does kill our attacks. He does. And that doesn't warrant hate, though. So I'm not sitting here hating on Gakpo. I just think that there is a big, big reason as to why a lot of people are. And I also think as well, it's tough with Gakpo because it's not his fault that Arne Slot is relentlessly, game after game after game, starting him no matter what. That's not his choice. So I think that he's been scapegoated. He's been, at first it was Salah, and then now it's been Cody. Have you seen what Rafael Leao can do? I have seen. Thoughts on Gakpo clearing the ball off the line? Crazy work from Cody Gakpo, honestly. But I think it just sums up the whole situation. I do feel really bad for the guy. I always think about, with this stuff, like, the players as human beings, like, he's got to be checking social media and just, like, it's not good for his confidence. Xabi or Enrique, who's going to join Liverpool next season, or would you like Slot to stay? If I could choose, I would choose. If I could choose between Xabi Alonso or Luis Enrique, I would choose Luis Enrique, for sure. Gakpo or Ngamoa. At the moment, if I'm talking about who I would start in the game, in the FA Cup game, I would choose Rio Ngamoa. Mark Jenkinson on YouTube says, we are so much more of a team with flow and it shows. Absolutely, Mark. I 100% agree with you. We only lost yesterday because Gakpo got greedy. There was multiple reasons why we lost. I don't think we can pin it on just one player. I rate Yildiz a lot, by the way. I only got a glimpse of that. We need Verts back, absolutely. Salah has been his whole Liverpool career. That is crazy work from Savage. He hasn't been that bad. I don't agree with that statement at all. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Cyber. Legend. There's a few players to claim. He used to score 1 out of 5 chances, and now it shows. There is a few players to blame for yesterday's games. I mean, yeah. I mean, there wasn't a lot. I thought Gravenberch was really poor. I thought Szoboszlai was not as good as he usually is, which when he's like when we're not a well-oiled machine, if Szoboszlai is struggling, then I feel like the whole team struggles. I personally think Joe Gomez should have started. We missed Verts, absolutely. Based on the LFC Roundtable episode with Slot, he ain't going anywhere for at least one more season. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. A couple wins and they released that Roundtable, and that was very much an indicator, I think, that that he is here to stay. Handball was not given. Same handball that denied Mac a goal against Nottingham Forest, I know. I honestly didn't even deep it that much. I just kind of saw it and I was like, yeah, that's not going our way. It doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I thought Gakpo was quite poor. I thought Ekitike, again, just isolated. Every time he gets... I feel like Ekitike, when he gets isolated, he drops too much to get on the ball because he's a player that needs to get on the ball to like get confidence and then get in the game, because if he doesn't get on the ball, he gets a chance, then he's not got that momentum. He's definitely a momentum player. We got another comment on YouTube. Welcome everyone on YouTube, by the way. There's 9 people in here, which is crazy. I think from Carol, he says, or he or she says, I think they are playing a system they do not like. Slot system. It's like the players hold back and try to play this control ball that is terrible. Really isn't what we're used to from Klopp. Absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have said it better. You couldn't have said it better. And the system that we played yesterday legitimately played into Wolves' hand. We played slowly in the first half, and their whole strategy is to come out in the last 20 minutes absolutely flying, playing a scrappy game just to get a late goal. We did not have any intensity in the beginning of that game, and it hurt us. It hurt us a lot. But as for the system itself, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. No one looks... No, it's just the same thing that we've been saying. And that's I think, the toughest thing about everything is that it just is the same thing that we've been saying for so long. We need a 4-2-2 formation. I kind of see that. Lost to bottom. It was tragic. Yusuf, my friend. No, stop the Gakpo hate. We can criticize players, but please. Please. Ronaldinho, you're the man. I actually saw something before. What's going on, Musical Playland? How are you, my friend? Subject 18. We know we are. Thank you for joining the fan club. I appreciate you. Bro, find love again. Trusted player on your jersey. Thank you. Thank you for the TikToks. Thank you for the gifts. Musical Playland, you are a legend. I appreciate you. Guess who's on the back of this jersey? I know that there's some people in the chat that might know who it is, but I'll give you a hint. He had an absolute stinker yesterday. Absolute stinker. Thank you, everyone, for following. I've missed a couple of follows. I missed a couple of likes, but I appreciate every single one of you. Grab. That's so funny. Everyone knows. Yes, indeed. Our fullbacks who started should be moved up. They're better than our current wingers. Wolves are smart yesterday. They forced us to play wide when we couldn't attack from the wing. That is a brilliant point. I actually commented that on the halftime post. Sorry, yeah, I'll show you. Gravenberg. Absolute. I mean, he's also getting a lot of hate too. Do you think Wirtz will change something when he returns? Absolutely. We got another comment on the YouTube by, I don't know that name. Are you worried about the club's wage bill? I was thinking about Dom's new contract for $300K. How long before others want a pay rise? Do you think the club can handle that? I think it is an issue, and I think that you kind of set a bit of a dangerous precedent when you start handing out contracts like that. The thing is that Dom has very clearly, in my opinion, earned it. I think our wage bill should be fine because Mo will likely leave in the next 1 to 2 years. Virgil will likely leave in the next 1 to 2 years. But yes, we have superstars on the team that are going to want money. Big money. And that is something that I think we should be a little bit worried about. I'm genuinely worried for that. We certainly won't get as much money as last season. I mean, as long as we get Champions League football, we will be fine. Ibu, exactly, another contract there for Ibu. Yeah. Rumours are Bayern want Gakpo. What do you think about that? Those rumours have been going on since the summer. Look, I wouldn't be surprised. Did you see Galatasaray fans won't be allowed at Anfield? I did, actually. That is... I kind of wish that it was the other way around. You wish that Galatasaray fans couldn't be at their own stadium. Gakpo on the wall. Are you an agent? I'm not an agent, I promise. What do you think about the about the Wolves and tell me the best and worst performances from each player. That's tough. Thank you for the gifts. Musical Playland, absolute legend. The Pops. It's hard to go through every single player, to be honest. I thought that Virgil and Kanate were decent until the end. Couldn't really do much. I thought Rio was decent when he came on. That's about it. I'd love to see Barcola in a Liverpool shirt. Absolutely agree with that statement. It's definitely not the players who have seen their quality over and over from Klopp. They are only following what the coach is telling them to do. Our fan base forgets the numbers that they have dished out. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. It's the system for sure. Yes, there is, of course, always going to be individual errors. There's always going to be individual moments. But, yeah, the system, and we've seen this for so long now. It's looking dark next season now. There's no way we can get a certain caliber of players with slots. Yeah, but at the same time, and I know that it probably sounds horrible to compare ourselves with this, but I always look at Manchester United and I look at some of the players that they signed when they were going through it, and I'm like, okay, yes, it's going to be hard to attract players, but at the end of the day, we are Liverpool. Players are smart. Agents are smart. They know that what the club is going through right now isn't forever. So, yeah, we need a new winger and a defender or two. Yeah, I was going to say, I couldn't tell what that guy's PFP was. If it's City, come on. We work better when the player is under 40 mil. Yeah, we work better when we play Moneyball, for real. I think Liverpool fans don't get we can't win every day. It's the expectation of a big club, though, especially when you spend the big... us Liverpool fans, we don't get to go through the club spending big like that. And when we do, it's there's then the expectation. Which player do you think will improve Liverpool, and is Jake okay? Jake is not okay. He is requiring surgery. I was reading somewhere that it's estimated about 2.5-3 months recovery. In terms of which player do I think will improve Liverpool, I would love a central defensive midfielder like Elliot Anderson, but I don't think that's likely. If Forest go down, it could be a nice little bargain. But, yeah. Honestly, don't worry. City had it last year. Yeah, look, it is what it is. Vitinha. Vitinha would be crazy. Who are your ideal winger targets for the summer? Diomande and Olise. I'm going to keep saying those two. You know what? I feel sad we are losing. I always think we won last season and I'll be happy. Absolutely. Imagine losing to Wolves. Crazy, right? Allison in or out? Allison in for me, but his distribution is... I made a video on this 5 days ago, and people were like low-key hating. I was like, dude, that's just funny. But yeah, it's you can't put it down to one specific players. You just can't. I feel like that's a big thing here, is that it's so easy to just pin it on one player or pin it on a couple of players. It's so easy to scapegoat Gakpo, because at the end of the day, people are hating on Gakpo in a way to also hate on Slot, because it's everyone knows that there's something weird going on there. What do you think about Van de Ven as Virgil van Dijk's replacement? I really liked Van de Ven, but I've kind of got a bit of a ick against him, seeing what's going on at Spurs. It's not really his fault, but surely Rio starts in the FA Cup. He has to, right? We got another couple of comments on the YouTube. What's going on, everybody on the YouTube? Hi, new sub here. With the Champions League participation becoming an inexorably vanishing prospect, the board's indecision re sloth, pun intended, is perplexing, if anything. Wow, that is a very well-written sentence, and I fully agree. Are we looking forward to Friday or not? Mark Jenkins, I'm not looking forward to Friday. But thank you for the sub. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but thank you for the sub. I do see you. Do you think Kanate could have done better for the first goal conceded? Slightly, but it's, I mean, again, I don't understand why Gakpo touched the ball when Jones can easily score. Yeah, it's it's just such a moment that was just going to happen. Can't wait to wake up at 4 a.m. for Sunday's game. How good. What? I don't even know what time it is for me. Let me see what time it is for me. Don't tell me it's late. No, I don't want that, please. I mean, not late, early. 6 a.m. Nice. It's actually not that bad. Where did my stream go? It's gone. Okay. How do you think we're going to go at Galatasaray? I think we will struggle away from home. If we can come away with the draw, that would be nice. But I think over 2 legs, I'm confident that we can beat them. We're going to lose to Galatasaray away. I have a theory that in Gakpo's new contract, he has to play every game. I had a theory about that as well, but I'm like, surely that can't be a thing, right? Even though Salah scored, he still had a stinker. He did have a stinker, indeed. Thank you, Misha, for the follow. I appreciate you a lot, my friend. Yeah, I don't know. Gakpo, it's tough. Thank you, Harrison, for the follow. Do you miss Mudryk? I never really... I think Wirtz should play on the left. I think Wirtz should just play. I think that his back should just get better. What did he do in that warm-up to make it that bad? Surely it couldn't be that bad. I miss Klopp. The best game for Hugo Ekitike was surely against Newcastle at home. He's had a lot of good games, to be fair. He was really good Newcastle away as well. Didn't he scored 2? No, that's wrong. He scored 1. I somehow think Salah can bring us the Champions League. I think that Szoboszlai will be the one that will bring us... Szoboszlai, Wirtz, and Ekitike will bring us the Champions League if we make it past the round of 16. Thank you, Kamal, for the follow. Do you think Rio should be starting? Indeed, I do, for the FA Cup game coming up, yes. Salah could have passed Adona to go 2-1 up. He tried. He failed pretty badly, though. Legend, how are you? What's going on, Sky? How is it going? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the pass. The pass. Yeah. What would you do if Wolves beat you in the FA Cup, man? That would be a pretty bad head loss. I think that would be probably the closest that he would get to being sacked. Losing 2 games in a row to bottom, getting knocked out of the FA Cup, considering the season that we've had, it wouldn't be good. What do you think, Diomande to come to Liverpool next season? I really like Diomande. I think he's the profile that we need. Do I think he'll come? That's a completely different conversation, and I have no clue. He said he wants to play for Liverpool, but then he backtracked, and then he said, actually, no. Everyone was making it out like I wanted to play for Liverpool, and he backtracked so hard just for his agent, because if he makes it out that he wants to play for Liverpool, then, yeah, he's not going to get a very big wage. I got a feeling that we'll get top 4 at least. You can see Slot's been told he's getting the season, just go through the motions. I prefer Barcola to Diomande. That's fair. Barcola is proven at the end of the day. He is quality. Do you think we should cash in on Salah in the summer? Try and kick the ceiling. Do you think anyone is going to leave in the summer is another question. Look, this is answering do I think compared to do I want. I do think Salah will be sold in the summer. I do. Thank you, AFC Nico, for the follow, you legend. Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll want to also go as well. Thank you, Australian Football, for the follow. I'm hoping to see Giovanni Leone alongside Virgil van Dijk next season. I can't wait to see more of that guy. Thank you for joining the fan club, Sky, you legend. Did you change your name back, Sky? Has it? Oh, I swear you changed it and then it. No, I can't remember. Villa won't keep up. We'll be fine. Please don't let Arsenal win the league. Do you know Juventus? Of course I know Juventus. Thank you, Maddie, for the follow. Sobozlai went from the best haircut in the league to the worst. He lost all of his aura. I'm not a fan of the haircut, I'm not. It must itch, because I've seen so many videos for some reason on my For You page about when people get braids and it just itches. I reckon that was what was going on. It was itching all game and he just couldn't lock in. Salah misses Trent's long balls. Now he never gets the ball down the wing. I mean, Salah didn't even need to look half the time. He would just run and the ball would literally arrive in front of him. So, I do agree. Hi, Seagulls fans here. Do you think I have a chance tonight, mate? Seagulls. Who are Brighton playing? Sorry, I have not kept up with any games. Arsenal. Look, I really hope Seagulls win that game. It's annoyed me when Hugo did it. Thank you, O'Brien, for the follow. Try and kick the ceiling again. Thank you, Kay and Saint, for the follow. Slot needs to go. Alonso to come. Hopefully we get Alonso. Yeah, look, I don't think anything is going to happen until the end of the season, unfortunately. Back pain is so crippling. I suffer from it, so I can't understand why he's still not fit, but let's hope he's back up ASAP. Yeah, 100%. I've had some back pain in my time as well. It's not fun. It's not fun. I had a back pain once where it was like every time I would slightly move, it would like shoot all the way up my back. Like my whole nervous system would just get like, oh, not fun. I say we focus on the champs. Do you think we can beat Bayern with all injured back? When do we play Bayern? I don't know when we play Bayern. I can beat everyone in a 1v1? True. Who did Bayern play? I'm trying to think. I definitely wouldn't know who they play in the Bundesliga. Mönchengladbach. True. When are we sacking Slots? It won't be anytime soon, unfortunately, my friend. That's just the way that I see it. 10 people in the YouTube. Honestly, the YouTube has... I'm very surprised. There's a lot of people in here. So, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the likes as well. And all the comments. I wonder if the team has had the appropriate time to deal with the passing of their teammate. That's also a big factor. Thank you, Albide10, for the Heart Me legend. You enjoyed yesterday's game. No, I didn't. I did not. I did not. None of us enjoyed that game. None of us enjoyed that game. I've missed quite a few comments, I'm not going to lie. Allison's ball playing is inappropriate. That's a pretty valid way of describing it, to be honest. Realistically, Rio should come on from the bench and not start. Yeah, maybe League Cup. I think he'll start in the FA Cup, but I agree. I don't think that he should be starting games. But then at the same time, it's like sometimes, I was mentioning this before, if he's coming off the bench in games where we do need to hold a lead, sometimes it is actually better to keep Gakpo on the pitch because of his experience and because of his defensive attributes. Do you think we will win on Friday? I do think we will win on Friday. We lack any tactical play, not only based on the team we verse, but also on the situation at play. 100% agree. We lack tactical, like, what's the word? Is prowess the word? We lack tactical prowess against teams, and Arne Slot has admitted this himself, against teams that set up differently compared to the way that he wants to play, or compared to the way that he was anticipating. And I think that that's worrying. He doesn't have the ability to adapt, and he doesn't have the ability to be accountable is the big thing. Saying Slot out here is not gonna make it happen. That's the thing, right? Like, that's why I haven't been to like slot out, because I'm like, you know, what's me saying gonna do? Like, it's not gonna do anything, right? Just have a bit of fun. Love from Brisbane, brother. Whereabouts are you based, bro? I am a stalker. Holy. Stalker activities. I am from Queensland. So, yes. Never seen Leone play after the injury because he's injured. He's torn his ACL. I'm not slot out, but look at United. Yeah, it's valid. What do you think about Vert's last game? It was not Forest, it was... Honestly, I can't even... Everything is just a blur. Had to be there for the Leone debut. Oh, you had to be there for it. That was so good to watch. It was so good to watch. What's going on, Muggy Boss? Welcome. Haven't seen you in ages. I was like, yeah, Leone is the guy. He's going to start playing games every week. He's going to bench Kanate. Yeah. The further we get into the season, the more obvious it becomes that last season's success was more of a fluke, says a YouTube commenter. I'm just going to call you B, because that's what the name starts with. Rather than a product of Slot's genius. I think it was a bit of both. I think it was a little bit of both. We need Verts and Shabby. That would be sick. He won us the league, but I feel he wasn't allowed full control of the team until this season. Yeah, 100%. And that is the red flag, right? It's like now that he has had control, it hasn't gone so well. We should hope to see the best of Liverpool against Man U away later this season. There's so many big games coming up that I'm not prepared for. Xavi Alonso, main manager, and Steven Gerrard, assistant manager. That'd be pretty sick. Who's Inter's number 7? I saw someone comment that. Piotr Zielinski? I have not seen much of him, to be honest. Win at Old Trafford would heal me massively. A win at that... Oh, I didn't mean to send that invite. That's so awkward. Someone's probably going to join now. No. Oh, okay, they declined. Thank God. A win at Old Trafford and a win at that new, silly Everton Stadium as well would be class. You think the worst for all games and you won't ever be disappointed. It's true. It's true. Lol, 2-1, remember. Tragic. This is what it's come to. This is what it's come to. Hold the salt, says LA Clippers Nations. I want to see Rio start the game. I want to see Rio start in the FA Cup. If we sign a winger next season, do you reckon we will still play 2 strikers with Isak and Ekatike? Man, I honestly have no clue. I think it's going to be... I was saying earlier in the season we should just play 2 up top. I think if Isak was fit right now, that's what we would probably be doing. But I don't know. I think Isak will be the main man next season, and I think it's going to be very even in terms of game time and stuff. I honestly have no clue. No clue. And I'm a City fan. Slot loves that Barca or Pep away, and if he got all these players, he would play that style. Yeah, I mean, Slot is obsessed with PSG. I'm so tired of Slot, bro. Absolutely. 3-5-2 next season would cook, low-key. How are we feeling heading into Spurs and Galatasaray? I'm more worried for the FA Cup game. I'm not even thinking about Spurs. I have been thinking a bit about Galatasaray. I think away from home it'll be difficult, but I think across two legs we should be there. Big up, mates. What's going on, Ben, Eddie, LFC? How's it going? Big up to you. Liverpool is giving me more heartbreaking vibes. Would you play Ekatike and Isak together? I would love to see that. I think we saw it for like 5 minutes. I'm a Spurs fan and you'll still beat us with our current form. Honestly, if Spurs, eh? Thank you, Dazza27 for the follow. Legendary. Too many games to worry about before Spurs. Too much to worry about before Spurs. I love Slot so much. Forever shall he continue. That is 100% not a Liverpool supporter. Gravenberg downfall is crazy. You have a question? Go ahead, Logic. Hit me with it. I thought Van de Ven was going to sign for you guys, but now he's probably going to join Barca. I was super keen on Van de Ven, to be honest, but now, I don't know. Which shirts do you have in the background? The YouTube can see, but we got Nunez, then we have Szoboszlai, Isak, Wirtz, Alisson, and Wijnaldum. Wolves 2, Liverpool 1. I see the Gakpo 22, I think 22-23. That one is a 23-24. Nice collection there. Yeah, I got a couple others. I got this one. I was going to put this one up. This is niche. This is niche. Look at this nicheness. Bang. Tell me you don't love Tyler Morton. I miss that guy for real. I'm a big Tyler Morton fan. That's 2100 hanging up. I think Nunez was doing a great job, just a little unlucky. Yeah. Tyler Morton should be given more game time. He should have been given more game time, but... What's good, Cormac? Thank you for joining the fan club and sending me a heart me. I appreciate that. I got the away one you're wearing, but with Endo Champions League font. This one, oh, that's sick. Yeah, I got Champions League as well. With Big Dog Gravenberg on the back. I'm tired, to be honest. Me too. The GOAT is live. What is good, Cormac, my friend? How is it going? Do you think Spurs are cooked? Low-key. I do think Spurs might be cooked. I don't know. I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like... It would be pretty, I think it'd just be cool. I think it'd be cool to see what would happen to a club like Spurs if they went down. Is Bajcetic back from loan? He never went out on loan. He is made of glass and he is still recovering from an injury. Do you think Gravenberch and McAllister are still the best midfield duo in the Prem? Not this season, nowhere near it. Bajcetic should be getting subbed on more. I mean, he's in a hospital bed somewhere. How much is your collection? I wouldn't know off the top of my head. There's quite a few like reps or fakes in here from MM jerseys. Link is in my bio. Very cheap, very high quality. Very, very high quality. Forest down, Spurs just scraping. Jones' second half was a game changer. That's why I see him starting Friday. I think Jones is going to start Friday anyway, despite his second half. Pass back was a bit questionable, but yeah, start Freddie Woodman. Actually, do we think that Mamardashvili is going to start in the cup game? I got another YouTube comment. If we lose our next 2 games, then Slot will be sacked as our FA Cup and the Champions League round of 16. Yeah. I mean, if we lose this one against Wolves and then we get knocked out of the Champions League, oof. Yeah. At that point, do you just bring in someone to just kind of lay the foundations? I was getting ready for school, and every time I looked at my phone, Grav was giving away a foul. Yeah, it was a bit like that. Thank you, Leah, for the follow, my friend. He should be starting because Allison is nowhere near good anymore. Allison has been struggling quite a bit. Stick to AFL champ. Thank you, Braxton, for the follow. I broke my heart last night from Ethiopia. All of our hearts were broken. Except when the goal went in, I didn't really react, to be honest. I was kind of just like, oh, fair enough. What's that? The 7th? Or the 8th? I'm having a gut feeling that sacking Slot will be a mistake. As a Liverpool fan, Slot will not get sacked now. If he was to be sacked, he would have been already. Yeah, I said this if he was going to get sacked, like, if sacking was ever on the cards, it would have been done after the PSV game. Where we lost to, I think it was like Palace 3-0, Forest 3-0, PSV. And it was just like, all at Anfield. I thought, yeah, that was going to be the moment. But, yeah, now it's till the end of the season, without a doubt. Do you think Isak will start when he gets fit again, or do you think he'll be benched because he won't take a bench spot? I think City 3-0 exactly. I think, I don't know. I remember when Isak first came back, it felt like they rushed him in a little bit, and he then got injured again, but it was more... I think it was more, why are you rushing him in? Because Ekitike was doing pretty decent. And then Ekitike was getting benched. And then he came back. And then it was like a slow comeback for him. So I don't know. I just want to... I want to see Isak. But more than anything, I want to see Ekitike, like, fresh. Did you see the clip of Everton fans watching the game and celebrating when they lost? I saw something, but I didn't actually watch it. Like, I saw the caption, but I can't remember what I was doing. I was a bit busy, I think. A Clippers fan talking about wasting money. Very ironic, says Liam. I know nothing about... Is LA Clippers, is that... What's that? What sport? Is that NBA? No, I probably sound like a big bot. What are your dream signings for the summer window? Mark, got him. Dream signings for the window. I mean, dream signing would be Elliot Anderson, Michael Elise, Jan Diomande, maybe one more centre-back, depending on the centre-back situation, depending on whether we extend Kanate. But I think we should extend Konate. Konate lost his shooting boost from last season. I have one question. What relationship between Slots and Gakpo? It's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. Mind the gap. I'm assuming that's a Manchester United fan. I would love Klopp to come back and work with Stevie G and hand the reins over the next season. I just don't see Klopp coming back, though. I just don't. I just do not. But that young winger boy needs to stop the step over. Elliot Anderson deserves an upgrade. To be honest, I was thinking that. I was like, Rio is just spamming step overs, but it's more effective than anything that we've seen so far. So I was letting it slide. But I do agree. I think the tough thing with Rio is that he doesn't get... And I mean, he, to be fair, has been getting more minutes. But it's every time he gets on the pitch, he wants to prove himself. He feels the need to go over the top because he doesn't get minutes. To be fair, Slot hasn't had a full-strength fit lineup yet. Team has been full of injuries. Yeah, I mean, I think we've had a full-strength team, but we haven't had a full-strength squad. So, yeah, we've had weak benches. We've had players being overplayed. You are right, 100%. Liverpool should sign Jan Diomande and Van der Ven and Adam Wharton. I was on the Adam Wharton train early in the season. The more that I've seen him, Palace is struggling. I think Elliot Anderson would suit us better. I would take Luis Enrique first, Xabi Alonso second. Should Luis Enrique not take the job, I would take Luis Enrique over anyone except Jurgen Klopp. But Jurgen Klopp, I think, is out of the picture. What's your predictions for the game on Friday if Rio starts? As in, do you think, my prediction for, if Rio starts, I think yes. I think Rio will start. And I think Cody Gakpo will also start. I think Gakpo will probably play striker. And he'll bench Ekitike. I think Alisson has had enough after the last goal. You could see he was fuming. I think he was also fuming at himself a little bit because of his pass. But at the same time, also, the pass to him wasn't very forgiving anyway. It was a bit of a hospital pass. Thank you, Anfield goal getter. Hey, mate, love your content. I appreciate you a lot, and thank you for the heart me as well. I love your content as well. Really, really good content, so I appreciate that a lot. Alisson knows he could be doing way better. Yeah. Thank you for the gifts. What is that, a wink wink? I appreciate that a lot, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. You were supposed to sign Ryan Track when we had a chance. I'm more than happy with Florian Wirtz, to be honest. I would take Wirtz over Ryan Tracky any day of the week. Just my opinion. Is there anything happening? We got a bit of news earlier that no Galatasaray fans will be at Anfield, which is pretty wild. Thank you, man. All good Anfield goal getter. Keep up the good work. Seriously, good content from that guy. Go and check him out if you love Liverpool. There is no way we will lose 2 games in a row to Wolves. Never going to happen. Be careful. No disrespect. What a player. But Salah basically dribbles and gives the ball away to defend. Yep. When's Isak coming back? I think it was late March, early April. And, I'm pretty sure it's going to be after the international break. Bad game yesterday. It was bad. Why is that? I'm assuming you're asking why is that to the Galatasaray fans. I'm pretty sure... So it's a UEFA sanction. I'm pretty sure it's because what happened at Nottingham Forest. They had pyros... They had flares, and then they completely destroyed that away end. They were kicking chairs in and stuff. So I think. I mean, I don't even know the reason, but I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. So I've seen a lot of people say that they should have banned them from the home game. That would be so much better. Them Turkish fans are different. It's so true. And I feel bad for our away fans. I remember when we went there earlier in the season, all I was seeing on Twitter was just how, like, our away fans, it was very similar to Marseille. I actually think Marseille might have been a little bit worse. But yeah, you can't wear Liverpool colours. You can't go to specific places. It's bad. It's bad. The whistles are not okay. I know. The only good thing, though, is that, like, we have been there. Our players have been there. Our players now know what it's like. They might not be able to go and smash it out the park, but if we can get a result there, Galatasaray, none of those players have been to Anfield. And without their fans there as well. Because I'm assuming Galatasaray fans would be quite loud at Anfield. But yeah, I agree. The whistles are not okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at something really quickly. Who do you reckon is winning, Manchester United or Newcastle? I hope Newcastle. I hope Newcastle, but I have a feeling. Where is that? Away? Where is that? Is that at Old Trafford? Another YouTube comment. We were dreadful, and the sooner Slot is sacked, the better, says Bruno. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think Slot will be sacked anytime soon, unfortunately. Villa are losing their legs. We're more than safe. BR back. BR back? That's crazy. Are you waking up for the game? Which game? I'm definitely waking up for the Liverpool one. Do you think Gakpo should retire and take over from Ben Shepherd on tipping point? That's crazy. United play at St. James's Park. Ooh. I would take a draw in the first leg at Galatasaray away. Yeah, same. Look, I feel like it's going to be one of those games United will probably win for some reason. I actually think United have been really good. What about /9? 4-2-3-1, Rio one side, Ekatike the other, Szoboszlai, you mean Salah 9, Rio one side, Ekatike the other, Szoboszlai 10, Gravenberch and Jones double pivot, and instructed to sit. Do you reckon Salah? I've seen a lot of people mentioning Salah at 9. MK from Timu, what's going on, Fry? How's it going? The only thing is I like the argument of Ekatike on the wing was very popular earlier in the season, but I don't think he's very effective. Thank you, Joe B, for the follow. Will Slot ever start Rio to create some chances in the EPL coming fixtures? Thanks for the live. No worries, and I hope so. But at the same time, I don't see it happening because of Cody Gakpo. Yeah, Salah at 9 is an interesting one, Armchair Critic. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you'd probably have Rio on the right then. I'd do 2 up top with Ekatike. But then you wouldn't have Rio. It's tough. We play them again on Friday. Yeah, not good. We are nothing without Florian Wirtz in our team. Absolutely agree. Cody Gakpo right wing. Didn't he play? He played there for like 15 minutes one game, and he was actually decent. We can win without Wirtz. I mean, we won 2 games without Wirtz, but it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. I miss that guy. Galatasaray. How do I always manage to do lives? I haven't done a live in so long. I haven't done a live in probably since the end of 2025. Do you do kids' birthdays? I do not do kids' birthdays. That's wild. And every time it's always around a Galatasaray game. And even after that last Galatasaray game, there was probably, like, for the next 2 months, I was just getting cooked on lives. Every single live. Galatasaray, 1-0, 1-0. They hate Liverpool. They hate us. I'm like, yeah, okay, you guys, you beat us, but chill. It's so funny. It's actually ridiculous. To be fair, like, they have some vocal supporters, so you have to give them credit. Sobozai or Pedri? I'll take... Oh, Pedri is class, though. I'm not going to lie, but I'd take Sobozai. If you don't want the Galatasaray spam, at this point, I might admit that United is better than us this season. I'm a bit worried for when we play them, I'm not going to lie. What's going on, Mr. Icy? We didn't hurt them that bad in the past. Oops, I have to move a puzzle piece, otherwise the live is going to end. Got it. Wolves 2-1. Do you think Dominic is overrated, or it's the fact that people are jealous he's not on their team? Oh, Dom isn't overrated. I feel like Gakpo is being overplayed and he is going to get injured and we will have no options like he has played a lot of recently. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Is like, he's actually being overplayed. Like, on top of him being like lackluster, not providing us with lots, his legs actually look gone too. May I ask why Frimpong brought back in the team? Yeah, I thought Gomez should have started, to be honest. Because Frimpong... Not saying that Frimpong should exclusively be like a bench player or someone that comes off the bench, but I think that still coming back from injury, coming off the bench is the best thing for him, and he would have made an impact. He would have made an impact at the end of that game. So, yeah, Robbo wasn't added to this team. I think Robbo will probably start in the Cup. I think it'll be... Yeah. I think it'll be Robbo going to cover centre-back in this game. True. Robbo at centre-back. We played low block. We need crosses. Robbo and Gomez does that. We don't need runners. How the F is Slot still in, says Bowl. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Wolves. Yes, indeed. I'm going to stay on for a total of 5 more minutes. Our play is so passive and boring. Couldn't agree more. Southgate is coming in. Mark my words. Southgate, please. Please, no. Link up with Sterling or something. Just realised you ain't even from Liverpool. I am indeed not. That's a whole different cause when you play. So Peace and Costa, they rarely open up. We haven't seen proper Gravenberg turn moment this year. Wait. What's going on, Brian? How's it going? The GOAT is in live. I missed that comment about Gravenberg. It's gone. It's gone. Another comment on YouTube from Just Some Dude. In a few years, Slot will be remembered as a legend, but last season can no longer be used as an excuse to keep him around. I look up. I agree. Like, that's the thing, is that I won't let this season tarnish what he did last season. But I say this in a video that I'm about to upload after this. Did I say it? I can't remember. But all the stuff that happened in the summer and winning the league, that I was giving grace to Arne Slot, but now it just feels like that it's run out, and it feels like that we haven't seen the improvements. Then, yeah, it's just not improved. Really, I missed a lot of comments there. Not going to lie, I missed Nunez. He didn't score much, but he was everywhere and tracked back. Wolves, Galatasaray. We never look in control, even when we scored 5 against West Ham. Yeah, that game was a imposter. Everyone follow Inchy, thank you. PSG, bigger club than Arsenal. That's not a hot take. Thank you, Ash, for the follow. Thank you, everyone, for the follows. Legend. Pretty sad to be able to train the energy out of Liverpool. I don't think that they train. I don't think that they train with intensity. I don't think that they train with energy. I don't think that they yeah. Honestly, I don't. I think that there was an article that was released. Was it towards the start of this season or towards the end of last season? That they were doing all this low energy training, and it reflects. Like, yeah, it's been good to, I guess, not have as many injuries in terms of like our starters being injured, but even then, I mean, it still hasn't really worked. Hot take, Joe Gomez would be better left winger than Cody Gakpo. So good to see you back live, mate. Yeah, I love it. I'm actually also live on YouTube, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to try to do more lives. I've had so many people, all the people that messaged me to do lives haven't actually come in to the lives. You're the best. Thank you, Liverpool. You'll never walk alone. Much love, my friend. Wolves didn't even play well. We were just, and back into the last season, we were so poor. Yeah, I mean, that last game last season where we won 2-1 at Anfield, it was, yeah. Confidence is low. Virgil van Dijk and Kanate going for the same ball in the Wolves goal. Yeah. Everything is low, which is disappointing because it felt like we turned a bit of a corner. What's going on, Shamil? How's it going? My favourite content creator is in the chat. His name's Brian O'Telly. Our football without Verts is boring, man. You can say that again and again and again. Not going to lie, I miss Nunez. Yes, I agree. Thank you guys for the lives. 7.2 thousand likes on the lives. 18 on YouTube. Yes, massive numbers, but awesome. My nose is so itchy. Do you think we have a chance against Wolves in the Cup? I'm actually surprisingly optimistic about that game. I don't know why. Brian O'Telly equals Inchident. Brian O'Telly equals Elliot. Inchident equals Curtis Jones. Love it. I gotta go. Much love, Brian. Much love. Proud of you as well, my man. Slot ball is so odd. I'm in disbelief at how we won last season. Thank you, Mr. J Star, for the follow. Incident is Bacetic. Holy, it's moving fast. Thank you, Bull, for the follow. We've got to go strong for this one after that defeat. Yeah. Just when you thought we could start building momentum off the back of a win, we're back to, yeah. That's what it just has been like that all season, hasn't it? It's like we have a couple of good games and then bang. No, not allowed to be happy. Not allowed. Thank you, Danny K, for the follow. We should buy back Jarrell. I saw something about that, but it said 80 mil. That is outrageous. The Mighty Wolves, Comedy Gold, pretty crazy. Thank you for the rose, Alan, my friend. I appreciate that. Not for 80 mil? Yeah, absolutely. Arsenal is the GOAT. How do you guys feel about Verts on the left as a wide playmaker? I don't mind it, I don't mind it. But sometimes I feel like he gets a little bit isolated out there. the thing that I really like about it, we did it for a couple games. Can't remember what games it was against, but we did, like, it was nice to have Curtis there, him and Kirkez, and that link up was working really well. It was the best that left side had looked in a very, very long time. We have a buyback clause in his contract. Thank you for the gifts as well, Alan. I appreciate you a lot. What's going on, Roncar? Honestly, praying for top 5. That's all we can do, is pray for top 5 at this rate. That's literally all we can do. Kirkez plays so good when Verts is on. A new problem uncovered is we get exposed too much on counters. Yeah, it's another one to add, really. Rio should start the FA Cup game, 100% agreed. Thank you, Linda Varland, for the follow. I said 5 minutes ago, guys. It's been fun. It's been good to get back into the lives. How much money lost yesterday? I don't know. I don't know. One last little check if any updates have come out or anything's come out. When do we get another live? I'm really going to try, guys. I'm really going to try and do them as often as I possibly can. Soboslai definitely leaving next season. I hope not. Mamadashvili needs to start. I 100% agree. But yeah, for the lives, I am going to try and do them consistently. Once every, I'd say, maybe 2 days. I'm going back into uni now, which makes it a little bit hard to stay. Like, at one point, I was doing them, like, basically every single night. But I really just love, like, just talking to you guys. Actually, like, communicating. Because sometimes when I just upload videos, it's hard to keep up to date with all the comments. Thank you, Lewis, for the heart me. Legend. Much love, my friend. Is it original player issue your jersey? This one is not. This one is a, what do they call it? Just a stadium jersey or whatever. It's the Aussie Scouser. What's going on, bro? How is it going? Good to see you. All right, I think we have been live now for almost an hour and a half, which is crazy. I was not expecting for it to last this long. Rio in the last 10 was 20 times better than Gakpo in the last 12 games. It's typically the story with Rio. We've been seeing it a lot. I do think that he will. I do think that he will start in the FA Cup. The Australian lower leagues have a good ultra scene. Why support Liverpool? Because, mate, I play for the Australian lower leagues. I'm a player. I can support whoever I want. It's a crazy thing about football being the world game. It's crazy. Virgil van Dijk should have scored that chance in the 92nd. I know. It was a good save, to be fair. All right. I am off, everybody. It's 10:52 at night. So thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Football is the most played sport in Australia too. Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Of course, I appreciate every single one of you. I do. You're all awesome. Thank you to everyone that tuned in on YouTube. I see you guys. I see you lurkers. I want you guys commenting in my next lives. But yeah, thank you, everyone. And 11:52 in Sydney. Yeah, it's 10:53 here. And I need to go to bed. So I need to start these earlier. I definitely need to start these earlier. But yeah, see everyone. Thank you. Lots of love. You'll never walk alone. Okay, the TikTok's ended. I don't know how to end the YouTube one, but see you guys later. Lots of love. This is the first YouTube live, so yeah, it was good. Good having you guys all on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.